And hello, everyone. Welcome for a Thursday night edition of the Con Hour. And today we're going to be talking Powerfest IV, which is going to be in Dallas and in Houston this year, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yes.
We do have somebody that will be joining later, Jennifer, and Elle can give a quick introduction about her. She should be joining in about 30 minutes, I think.
Absolutely.
So,
Jennifer Schmidt is the owner and creator of Venom Music Productions, and she is the promoter for the Powerfest IV Houston. It's our turn.
Very nice. Now, before we get into Powerfest, let me tell you, it has been a hell day. First, everybody knows I've been doing procedures. I have a procedure on Monday, which in order to do the procedure, I had to go and do a COVID test. So needless to say, they stuck that Q-tip up my nose and my brain has been swirling ever since.
That's right. They twirl it.
But Conroe is about 20 minutes from where I live. So you figure, hey, no worries. There shouldn't be too much trouble on the road. Well, let me tell you, I got behind a person, and to let you know, I come down 1314, and of course I go under, 242 that now crosses over there?
Yep, 242. Yep.
Well, this lady, I guess, wanted to make a left turn, but decided to go straight. So she turns on her left turn signal so she could make a U-turn, but she gets into oncoming traffic.
Oh.
So then she moves over, and then she's going to go turn right in the subdivision and then turn around, but instead she goes straight. So now we're down a 55-mile-per-hour road.
Okay.
We're coming up to a red, well, it was green at the time. We're coming up to a light. She decides to stop in the lane and then try to cut in front of people who are in the left turn lane at Crichton Road. So here she is in the middle of traffic, and I'm right behind her, needless to say. So I don't know how I survived it. I don't know how I missed her. I don't know how I got over the ditch. But somehow I got around her, and I'm still here.
And you're here.
So I don't know where people learn to drive like that, but when she did that on 1314, my first thoughts was that she's going to kill somebody. And it was almost me, damn it.
She's going to kill somebody, and she's going to harm herself as well.
Yes, and it's like some people need to learn to drive better. Pay attention to traffic.
This is a public service announcement as well.
Yes. Retake your driving test.
Take your driving test, sponsored by the Con Hour.
Now, the other thing is that CJ's not feeling good, so she won't be on tonight. Amy, she actually has a book launch, but I covered all of her shows today because she ended up getting the flu yesterday and was running a very high temperature. So
speedy recovery for both of you.
Yes. And Lizzie, I know, is getting ready for the weekend.
Right.
Got the Arcade Pinball Expo. Got Tokyo Night Fest. Might even hit Onicon in there.
There's a lot.
Yes. There's actually a lot going on this weekend.
There is a lot going on. Yep.
I'm surprised there's not more.
Yeah. There's also a vintage toy show in Tomball as well.
Oh wow! So there is a Porsche. I'm not doing four. No, 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 no.
No, toy show. Toy show.
Hey, is that the card collectible one that I've been seeing? No, that
No,
one's
it
in
is.
Conroe.
It's in Conroe. It's the Comics Cafe with the Time Warp toys as well.
Yes, that's 5 shows right there.
Yep, that's 5.
And I bet if we think harder, we'll come up with 6, 7, and 8. There is just so much going on around here right now. It's not even funny. And from my understanding, next year alone, Houston is going to have 12 anime shows.
Yes, I saw that as well. So that is unbelievable.
Yes.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
A person could go broke this weekend. Don't say that. No. But the good thing is I'm going to be doing live feeds from some of these shows, so you never know.
You never know, because I know that you'll probably have some interviews as well.
Yes, I do know at Tokyo Night Fest, just so y'all know, John Swasey, John Cremian, Christina Kelly. My names are just, there's like 5 guests there.
Yeah, right.
And I don't know how many they have at Onicon this year, 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
And the Arcade Pinball Expo has 2 guests from the last Starfighter, I believe.
Yep.
So
hopefully that's going to be interesting for all the Last Starfighter fans.
Yes, and that is a cult classic itself.
Oh man, what a great film!
Yes. So hopefully we'll get some of these people in. Hopefully.
Oh,
you never know. So let's talk a little bit now about PowerFest. So explain to us about PowerFest, because I believe you went last year because you interviewed.
Oh yes.
Fred Creel.
Yep.
And oh my God.
And
I know her name and I can't think of it.
No.
The artist.
Yeah, Amanda Flores.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep.
Sorry, Amanda.
No,
so,
and she will be, incidentally, she'll be joining us as well in Houston. So.
Oh, nice. So.
Oh yeah, we're very excited to have her.
Is that going to be? Is it?
December
It's still Dallas and Houston. Just
yeah.
Of course.
So
basically,
what we're doing this year, which is different, is so the first show is going to be November 26th, after Turkey Day and after Black Friday. You could come to the show in Dallas-Fort Worth for some power. And
Sweet.
then the next week is here in Houston, which is December 3rd. And it's the first time Houston will have PowerFest.
Now, explain to us about PowerFest.
So the concept was, first and foremost, the music, which is going to be absolutely amazing. All of the bands, both in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and here in Houston, are very, very intricate, power, technical. And so that's first and foremost. But Wayne and Travis, who are part of Infidel Rising, had an idea to incorporate a comicon type atmosphere as well, to enhance and make the concert more of an event, more of a show, to bring more. And so that's what we did at the very first one. We had myself, a comic book dealer, and one more vendor, I think. So we had like 3. No, I think we had 4, because I think somebody else had something. And it was very interesting. It took off pretty good. We had a pretty good crowd. It was in a small venue, so you have to crawl before you leap.
Mhm.
So we were very excited. And then the year after that, um, they had again a little bit bigger, different venue, so it was pretty good. And then of course the pandemic, everything shut down. Trying to get back, it was back and forth. They had another Power Fest, no vendors, no cosplayers, and they had a pretty good response then. But the crowd was a little bit smaller. I believe there was some other shows possibly that night, but everybody who went loved it. And then the year after that, that's when it was full blown, and we had vendors, we had cosplayers, and then of course all of the music too. We had raffles, we had giveaways. It was awesome.
So is it like in an arena type place and the vendors are out in the hallway, or do the
Right. Um, so in Dallas Fort Worth, the actual venue, the Haltom Theater, which is amazing by the way. Shout out to Chaz in the group. Um, what they have is like a foyer area. Then they have another area which is kind of like where the commissary is, where all the food is, and then they have another area which is kind of like a bar, and that's all in the front. And then way in the back is the actual huge concert hall. That's where all the music is. And so all of the vendors, all of the cosplayers are up front where the door is, and around that area where the bar and the food is as well.
you had me at bar? Now,
Yeah, it's really interesting because as the people come in to the show, all of the cosplayers are right there in the foyer area, and so they're like, "Oh my God, what is happening here?" And I'm here for the show. I'm here for music, but what's all this? And then they'll see all the vendors, with all of the art, all of the artisans. Some of the cosplayers have some of their stuff set up too as well. I also that year had some cosplayers do some little live action uh, because we had some Mortal Kombat. So we had some live action Mortal Kombat fighting. Oh, that was amazing. And there was other vendors inside the actual main hall um, where the bands were playing. They had all of their merchandise and all their T-shirts and stuff. So we're pretty full.
and during all this time, of course, I'm assuming the music's playing. And
Oh yes.
now, do they have panels for like the musicians or the cosplayers or the
We have
artists?
definitely thought about that, but not at this time. But that is definitely a possibility.
So
Definitely
it's
possibility.
basically slowly growing as each year goes,
Absolutely, most definitely.
kind of like adding a stage for
Correct.
adding a tier, I guess would be the best way to
A
put it.
tier. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So it sounds amazing.
Oh man, let me tell you what, man. It is for somebody who is a music person as well as a uh, nerd geek fandom of pop culture. This is it, man. We're gonna have it all. So
Well, I'm going to assume you're going to be doing videos for us this year.
yes, possibly, definitely.
Are you going to both Dallas and Houston?
No, unfortunately, I will be here for the Thanksgiving weekend because I'll be on call for my job, my real job, everyday job, as a radiologic technologist. So I'll be here, and then um, next week, which is the December 3rd, I'll be at that show as well. No on
Here,
call that
here's my everyday job, and I'm on call 24/7.
Yeah.
But it's fun, and I have to say, going to the shows is fun, and
Oh man,
you
yes,
actually
definitely.
get to learn a lot.
Oh yeah, and you get to see a lot of fun, familiar faces. It's like a big family reunion.
Yes.
That's what I
Yes.
call it.
I see. I know you said Amanda's going to be there. I met her in person, I believe, at the Terror Isle,
Oh,
and I think Eastern Rim. Was she at Eastern Rim?
I think so. Yeah,
So I met her at both those places,
yeah.
and she is an amazing artist. I
Oh,
definitely.
she is very extremely talented.
Now, are you allowed to tell us who might be there, or do we have to wait for Jennifer on that one?
No, I mean, in Houston, I can tell you all of our vendors. So Amanda is going to be there. There's another gentleman. His name's Mark um, Sasso. Very, very creative. He's also he has a comic, The Land of the Rats, which is absolutely amazing. He'll be there. Another vendor who I just met not too long ago. He's called the Rock Ninja, and he has got several rocks, crystals, a lot of different necklaces, rings, amazing stuff. And he is going to be joining us as well. And another friend of mine who is a vintage toy memorabilia and vintage shirts, he'll be there as well. Horacio. Who else do we have? I think I think that's it. Oh, and then of course all the bands that'll be there. They'll have all their merch too, shirts, CDs. Which, by the way, one of the bands that are going to be here in Houston, the Distance of Thought, is going to be having their CD for sale, and you definitely don't want to miss that, man. It's going to be incredible. So, and I believe Infidel Rising might have their new CD as well.
Where's this going to be held at? That's one thing we didn't ask.
Okay, so in Houston, it's going to be at the Warehouse Live, which is, I think, what do they call it? Edo, the East Side, Edo. Something.
Do you have an address yet, or?
Oh, what is that? Oh man, I wish I had the address with me. No, maybe you can look it up. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, maybe you can. I don't have a computer with me, so.
Between
it is
laptop
Warehouse
and
Live.
computers,
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay away from my technology as much as possible today. I'm here, but I'm not here.
All right. You're here, but you're not here.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's the Warehouse Live. It is, like I said, it's on the east side, close to Minute Maid Park and the soccer stadium. It's across the street from Little Woodrow's.
So it's right there next to Minute Maid Park, and
not too far.
So basically, right off of 5969.
That's right.
Good Lord, I hate.
And not too far from George R. Brown, which we know is one of the hotbeds for all of the pop culture. The Comic Palooza.
Anime Matsuri.
Anime Matsuri. Oh, yeah.
They had the Lego thing there last year, didn't they? Or this year?
Yeah. Lego.
I think that was February, so it would have been this year. What else?
Yeah, it's the reason we picked the venue is it's big, it's got enough space, and for a show like this and the response that we've had, it's going to be big. So this is the place to have it.
I am actually looking it up. So
okay.
Warehouse Live 2022 tickets. Oh, come on, people. There we go. I'll just put the Facebook thing on here.
Okay.
No, I won't. Wrong computer. I can't transfer from PC to laptop.
Oh, no. Greg to the rescue.
I give. But they do have a Facebook group, so it is at 813 St. Emmanuel Street, Houston, Texas.
There it is. Yep, that's it. Facebook.
So check that out if y'all want to see the venue. And
Warehouse Live. Yeah,
Warehouse Live on Facebook.
It's pretty synonymous with all of the rock and roll and metal people out there because they have a lot of local and international acts. Yep.
Now, with all this going on, how much do you think y'all will expand this show each year?
You know, we always talk about getting bigger and bigger, but you know, in a fact, we may not want to be like huge. You know, just keep it as small, as intimate as possible, because it's first and foremost about the music. But you know, having the Comic-Con atmosphere element to it brings it a little bit more, you know, to a different type of genre, different type of masses of people. But what I've found out is a lot of the people that like pop culture, nerds, geeks, they do like music as well. And some of them definitely like heavy metal, power metal. So it all kind of fits in there.
Well, I was just picturing something like at NRG Stadium, like the rodeo. You have the one in the big show, and
Oh
then
my
you have the
goodness.
arena. It's like, so y'all don't
Wow.
plan on going that big.
I
not
don't know,
anytime
man.
soon.
That, oh my God, that would be amazing. Yeah. Yeah.
That would be one hell of a party, though.
Oh my goodness. We'd have to have some heavy headliners, big, huge headliners, but never say never. That would be amazing. Yep.
So, just the way the mind thinks,
Good idea. Good idea.
but not yet. Start small.
Not yet. Yeah.
How do they say it? Start small, dream big.
Yeah.
Or
Or when I first started doing shows and promoting and creating shows, somebody once told me, you have to crawl before you leap.
Mm-hmm. So what got you started into all this?
So when Wayne and Travis came to me, reached out to me for that first Power Fest and told me the concept, I was like, oh my goodness, yeah, it'll work. And so, you know, I was one of the vendors as well, and it was absolutely amazing. And the other gentleman who was across from me, who was a comic book guy, he was like, man, I was really, you know, skeptical of this. I didn't really know how this was going to go, but this is really awesome. You know, like all these people are like, you know, looking at these comics and, you know, they're here for the music too, you know, and it was great. And then people were over on my table, you know, going through all of the action figures and all of the uh, um, toys, vehicles I had, um, books, CDs, DVDs, VHS.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, that was great to be a part of it.
Now, we're talking the show here, but what? Because you've been on our show on the first year, of course. So let's talk about what got you started into everything. Was it the air guitar or was it something else?
Okay. So becoming a vendor, is that right?
Let's go with vendor first. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll go with vendor first. So, um, long time ago, back in the old days, I was into collector cards, sports cards.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to do um, those type of shows. I would go to the show. There would be vendors there. I would help them, and then I would, you know, have my cards and stuff there. And then from there, I met a gentleman who had other shows other than cards. He had a toy show, and he was going to do some music and stuff, but later on down the road. And so I became a vendor at his show, and that's when I was introduced to being a vendor for shows. And after that, man, as they say, I got bit by the bug. So, boom.
The love bug.
There I was, launched into the fandom, pop culture, and I wanted to try to be as um, in all of the shows as I possibly could. And sometimes I burn candles at both ends, so I had to stop a little bit. But I also, at the same time, created my moniker, which is OMG Toys and More. So.
Well, what got you started into air guitar?
Okay, now in air guitar, I've been doing air guitar since I've been, oh my God, like a kid, running around jamming and stuff. And so in 2007, I heard about the National Air Guitar Society. And so I sent them an email. They sent me back. They said, hey, we're having a competition. We're having a competition at a place called the Scout Bar, which is somewhere in Houston, somewhere. If you want to come and join us, we'd love to have you. However, I wasn't able to that year. And so subsequently in 2008, they came back to Houston and Dallas, and they said, hey, you want to join us now? And so absolutely. And so that's when it all started, 2008. So I've been doing it since 2008. And I have traveled to Kansas City. I've traveled to DC. I've traveled to New York. And it's been amazing. Chicago, forgot Chicago. It's been amazing to play nothing and people to pay to see you play nothing.
I got paid to do nothing. Yes. Damn, I wish I could say that.
And my girlfriend, she's absolutely thinks it's amazing too, and she has joined me on my journey, traveling all over to support me and watch me play nothing.
Now, we've talked about this before. There's actually air. I don't want to say air guitar but air bands, I guess, because you have the air drums, the air guitar.
Actually, I have a cosplay air band. I forgot to tell you that too as well. Yeah.
Man, what's
it's
next?
called Air Thrax.
Well, hopefully y'all are not wearing air clothes. Not for cosplay.
No. Imagine this cosplayers playing. Yes, wait for it. Nothing.
Oh, good Lord.
Yes. And guess what? Not only that, we played on the main stage for Comicpalooza a few years ago. It was unbelievable.
That was before the pandemic, if I recall.
Oh, yes.
I remember those days quite well.
Oh, man, it was unbelievable to be on the marquee, to be one of the featured entertainers. Oh, my God, it was just a joy.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Sherry.
I always enjoyed doing panels there. Always enjoyed doing panels there.
Oh, my goodness. And hopefully Air Thrax will make its return in 2023.
That's not too far away because Comicpalooza's back to Memorial Day.
Yep.
I guess that's what we call the start of the gauntlet here in Houston.
Oh, my goodness.
Because it is a gauntlet. Because you have the big shows. You have Comicpalooza, Anime Matsuri, Anime Houston, Delta H, and I'm missing one.
The Houston Horror Film Festival.
That's one. Hey, before long, it's going to be Tri-City, as you see in our background.
Hey,
there.
Tri-City.
Definitely.
Right.
So, yeah, it is a gauntlet. And I know, let's see, Bacon's going to be going during that time, which is another show. Like I said, there's just so much going on.
Yep.
Ooh. All these shows. What's next?
What's next? Save up your money, sell all your toys to me, and get all your money together. Get ready for all these shows.
I just enjoy going to the shows and talking to the guests,
Oh man,
meeting the new people, meeting new vendors, meeting.
that's right.
I have to
And
say,
it's
it was.
always good to meet new people, but it's, like I said, at some of the shows, it's like a family reunion. We get to see all these people. We don't, maybe we see them every, every year or every few years or whatever.
I have to say that was one of the nicest things because I've done so many shows in the Houston area. I have done a couple out of state. One was Anime, Oklahoma, and meeting new vendors there and meeting new
Yep.
people there. So meeting new people is exciting because it's
Oh,
like
definitely.
expanding. It's expanding your Comic Con anime world.
Definitely expanding. Yep.
I was at CypherCon. Was that this year or last year? That was this year. They just came back this year.
Yeah.
So I was at CypherCon, and then of course I was in Corpus a few weeks ago.
Corpus. That's right.
And
How
I
was
mean,
that?
it was a good show.
Good. That's good.
That's of
A
course.
lot of people were excited about it.
I have to say, knowing Stephanie Nadoni and Tiffany Vollmer and knowing the guests also helps. And man, Mustafa was there, Sam De La Rosa was there.
Oh man.
So
There you talking.
so it was great seeing all the people. And it was a 1 day show. I wish it could have been 2, but it was a 1 day show. But it was still very nice. So what's next on my agenda besides this weekend? Anything out of state? Possibly one. I know. Oh, the first weekend in January. I'm still waiting for the response, but we're actually going to be there regardless. Is Fan Expo New Orleans.
Oh yeah. Yep. I heard about that one. Yeah.
So we'll be there.
Okay. The con hour.
We're everywhere, and we cover everything.
I know.
We actually even have one sports show so far. I need to look into more of the sports people to try to get them on the show.
Okay.
I'd love to get the Astros, but I know they ain't going to give me the time of day right now.
Not right now.
Of course, they just got off with the season, so I'm sure they're spending a lot of time with their families.
Oh my goodness. I mean, earlier this week, all the people were there for the big parade. A lot of my coworkers were there and their families. Man, they said they never seen so many people in one area. Woohoo! Man, they were there. They were there at 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, getting ready. I know.
That's quite a bit there.
Yep.
So, did you go to the parade, or were you just?
No.
You had to work.
I was working. I was living vicariously through my phone with all the pictures and video.
What day was that? It was Wednesday, wasn't it? Was it Wednesday?
No, was it?
It was Monday.
Monday,
because it was the day before my first procedure.
Okay, Monday.
Now, to let everybody know, the first procedure went well because I know a lot of people are curious about it.
Yes.
They took fluid out of my right lung, and they ended up taking a liter out, and there's still about half a liter there. So Monday, they're going to get the rest of it.
Well,
so just to let everybody know,
shout out,
everything is
goodwill wishes
good. It's actually helped my breathing a little bit better. So
good. Well, always praying for you.
Definitely. I'm getting there in the fights.
Oh yeah.
I've been fighting for 13 and a half years. So
well, you look good.
I still have another 15, 20 in me.
That's right.
So I'm actually working on talking to the VA, just so people know.
Okay.
I'm actually working on talking to the VA and probably going to end up doing speeches or talks about it because they've actually asked me to start talking about my journey through everything.
Oh,
because it's not often that somebody gets diagnosed with stage 4 cancer and survives for 14 years.
No, it's not. No.
So they want me to start talking my story and
Well,
might
let
start
me
doing
know,
it.
and I'll be there to hear it.
So I'm going to probably talk to them next week about all that. But the other thing is, just so people know, December 3rd, and I'm pretty sure it's finalized. I talked to them in person and they said set it up.
Okay.
December 3rd, and it has been over a year since I have done this. But I'm going to be at Second and Charles in Conroe doing a book signing.
Oh, okay.
And,
Same day.
and actually, Lizzie's going to be there as a cosplay guest.
Okay.
So it's going to be a 2-for-1. And I'm probably going to talk to a few other people, maybe seeing about getting one other person there. But that will be a
Well,
surprise.
maybe after your book signing, maybe you can come on down to the Powerfest.
Well, it's 11 to 6, so I don't know what time Powerfest is going to end.
Yeah. No, it'll be late at night. So.
Oh, are y'all going to be one of those shows that goes till 2, 3, 4 a.m.?
Maybe not that late, but it'll be later in the evening. Yes, definitely.
Man, you know my bedtime's like 8 o'clock, right?
Well, tell Lizzie
Joking, people. Joking.
Tell Lizzie to come on down because I'm going to be making some Facebook posts and shout outs to We Need Cosplayers December 3rd.
Well, definitely see what's going on.
And also, we need cosplayers for November 26th in Dallas Fort Worth. Oh, which, of course, since I'm not going to be there, our vendor liaison is going to be Matthew. He is also a artist as well.
You know, since you said that,
Matthew Edwards.
Since you said that, and I should have thought about that earlier, I'll share in Houston cosplay.
Yeah.
So now that I just shared in Houston cosplay, do you want to say that again?
Okay. We need cosplayers for the Powerfest in November 26th, Dallas Fort Worth, and we need cosplayers here for the Powerfest for December 3rd.
And the December 3rd show is going to be in Houston.
Absolutely.
So, and I know there's people up in San Antonio or Dallas and San Antonio, wherever, that follow the Houston cosplay group. So, guys,
so we need cosplayers. We want all genres, all characters, anything. We just want you to be there to enjoy it.
Well, before we do end up heading out here, are there any questions from Facebook or YouTube or Twitch? Anybody that wants to give me hell? I'm not used to not having Amy giving me hell.
I was going to ask you earlier. So usually there's like all these little squares with all these people. It's like, and now there's only 2 squares. It's interesting. Yeah.
Well, each show is different because I do the conversation, which is just me and another person, whether it's an artist or author or somebody that wants to just be spotlighted. So we actually do have 2 shows now, which is the Con Hour and then the Conversation. And if you want to get on the conversation, yes,
I like that.
And if you want to get on, we do put a dash between the CON, by the way.
Okay.
If you want to get on the conversation, send me an email to theconhour@gmail.com, and I can give you the details on that.
All right.
So what other shows do you have coming up? Because I did see a message about one saying get ready.
Oh, yeah. So next year, we're going to be welcoming back the Chaotic show, which is going to be in June. So we'll be making an official announcement probably December.
Okay. Can you read that, or do I need to read that for you?
If we know someone interested in the cosplay thing for Powerfest, who should they contact? Me.
Contact El Ariachi, aka Randy.
Exactly.
Now, where can they get a hold of you at?
They can reach me on my Facebook Messenger. They can send me a message.
Dale, because I know you're on YouTube. Do you use Facebook or?
Yeah, usually Facebook Messenger is probably the best.
Okay. If you need that info, you can actually email me at the con hour, and I can get you his info. If you don't have Facebook or Facebook Messenger, that's one of the big things.
Sure.
I do know how to get a hold of everybody that's been on the show.
Oh, yes, you do. And you keep in contact with everybody, which is great.
Yes, and it's great. It's like making friends all over it, new friends.
That's right.
Yes, I know, Randy. I'm distance. Yeah. I don't know if I should apologize or be scared or.
Yeah. Let me tell you what.
Is that a compliment?
The guy who's in the message, Dale, extremely talented guitar player, and he is in Distance of Thought, which will be at the Power Fest here in Houston.
Both shows or just one?
Just Houston.
Just Houston. Nice. So, like I said, we have a lot going on, and of course, this weekend me and Lizzie, I know, are going to be at the Arcade and Pinball Expo, which is being held at the West Chase Marriott.
Oh, yes. We know it well.
We're going to go to Tokyo Night Fest. Like I said, they have some great guests. They actually last week had to change their location, and it's going to be at Alameda, Genoa.
Oh, okay.
So that will be
on the south side.
Yes. And then, of course, Onicon out in Galveston.
That's Galveston. Yep.
So it's going to be a busy weekend.
Yeah.
And then I have a busy week. But I keep going.
Are you going to Renaissance at all?
Yep. Saturday, Thanksgiving weekend.
Oh, okay. All right.
Going to do the Celtic Christmas.
Oh, very nice.
So, and of course, we will be there as media also. So you'll be seeing interviews from there.
Oh, of course.
And of course, I don't know if y'all saw, but I did get my camera out for Nerd Fest.
Oh, yes, I did. Yep.
I ended up doing 171 pictures that day.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, NerdCon.
NerdCon, sorry.
Okay.
NerdCon.
Okay.
But yeah, 171 pictures. And of course, that was the first time I pulled out the camera since 2016.
Whoa.
So I have to say, those were some pretty damn good pictures for not using that camera in 6 years.
I know. I had to dust it off there.
Oh yeah, and I'm getting back used to the lighting because it is a professional camera. So I do have to get a little bit more adjusted with the lighting, but I'm going to start taking pictures at these shows also.
All right.
So you'll be seeing a lot more of us, and we're going to be doing a lot more. And like I said, we'll get some music guests on, so maybe we can get Distance of Thought on in the near future.
Yes, you need them on there. We'll get you on there.
So we'll do that. And like I said, the other thing is because we do want to cover a little bit of everything. I'm gonna start looking more into the sports stuff with.
Okay.
100%. There we go.
Yeah. See, there you go.
And everybody, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Please
follow us on Facebook. We're on Twitch. We're actually on TikTok now.
Oh my God.
So follow us, and I do occasionally will ask a question for voice actors and actresses on the TikTok, and you'll be
Okay.
surprised that they will actually duet it and
Okay.
answer back.
All right.
So
Well, that's good.
there's a lot going on, and I need to get with somebody else too. That reminds me, I need to set up my shows for December.
Oh yeah.
But next Saturday, just so y'all know, we have John Stocker coming on, and let me tell you, this guy has been. If you haven't read the bio that we put up on him, he has worked with John Candy, Rick Moranis.
Whoa.
So
Now you're talking.
So it's going to be a fun show to talk to him. I've actually talked to
that
him
sounds
already.
fun.
I've already talked to him already because he wanted to do a trial run on the StreamYard.
Okay. Okay.
He is a wonderful person. He is a trip, and that is going to be an exciting show.
Okay. Everybody, don't miss it.
That is next Saturday. Usually our shows on Saturday are at 1 p.m. This one, let me rephrase that, 1 p.m. Central. This show is going to be at 11 a.m. Central.
Oh.
So, guys, join us. It's going to be a great show. I'm going to try to get our next Tuesday show on because we've missed 2 of them in a row now due to me. But I don't know how I'm going to feel after the procedure on Monday, so hopefully it's still a go.
Okay. We hope everything goes well.
We don't hope. We know it's going to go well.
All right. We hope so.
That's the attitude. That's the attitude. You got to go in with the positive attitude. You know it's going to happen.
Yep.
But everyone, want to thank y'all for joining and watching us. Remember Powerfest, which is going to be weekend after Thanksgiving up in Dallas, and then it's going to be here December 3rd in Houston at Warehouse Live.
Don't miss it.
Definitely not until our next show. Of course, y'all will be seeing me live this weekend. And until our next show on Tuesday, everyone,